gonna be best of 2, game number 1. Let's jump right into the game.
This is where you prove yourself. Well, not me. Already made up my mind. And it isn't good.
Okay, running right into the middle lane. Seems like Kankai is going to not have a ward on both of them. In the middle lane,
Step lively now.
there's gonna be heavy wards coming out from the Treant. There's one there. One is going to get put down on the Radiant side, and then we have Treant right here seeing the movement of the Bane. Flysolo coming out with a sentry. So it's gonna be 6 tangles, and there's gonna be some sentries on there. Seems to be a Timbersaw mid. Gonna try and scout for the ward, not going to see it, since there's none. Meanwhile, Sven will stand up the high ground. Not going to compete by any means. Might try it actually. Gonna have the stun. Yep, and it's going to pick up 2 bounty runes, make it 3 for Photon Gaming. Are making a bit of wrong move in terms of not disrupting the Sven. But either way, he might plan out to go for the Shadow Poison, so who knows. Now they'll have that ward planted down here, so not sure if they got caught planting the ward though. Wouldn't be the case. So Flysolo planted out a sentry on the right side, in which RR will try and play off from the left side, which is quite obvious. The lane getting pushed a bit. RR still have that Orb of Venom, but couldn't really apply pressure on anyone. Well, there's one on Skadilicious, but either way, she still has 3 tangles left. Now Flysolo gonna trade hit with R. Not gonna be able to do so. Meanwhile, top lane, RR getting beaten down. Cefzon with a stun combo with Jester's Storm Hammer. Rapy is gonna skip the wave fairly easily with those 2 South Shields. Gonna get a bit of creeps denied. Cefzon. Are coming in with the wave, so it's gonna apply a lot of Shadow Poison. Gonna get stunned. Nothing gonna happen more. Gonna be 3 stacks onto the Shadow Poison. Make it 4, so that's going to hurt. Wanna land the 5th one. Yep, and that's going to be quite a huge damage onto the Sven. 6 charges on the stick. Meanwhile, Rapy gonna trade the stun with Alina, but they'll not be able to take the kill. Still lag the movement speed a bit. Alina sitting at 3. Oh, it's gonna be mid lane Tomato getting beaten down Marc. Not the most favorable matchup for the Kunkka, being the strength hero against Timbersaw. Wanted to try and go for the courier. Not gonna be able to, since Tomato microed it up. Taking the bottle.
My blade is swifter.
Right, now the middle lane still getting pressured, and now there's some action on the top lane. RR coming in, can disrupt himself in time, but cefzon is gonna actually land the stun once he's up, and that's going to be kill. Going towards cefzon, RR dying for the second time. This top lane. Meanwhile, Sven still holding on to that mango, can actually stun someone once Lina lands one, or he can even go first on it. Gonna apply a bit of more shadow poison.
Denied.
And now Marc have to skip by himself. But that wouldn't be a problem for Tomato. Gonna try and camp for the rune. See which rune comes up and if it's going to be the top lane, and yes, it will be Haze going towards Tomato. And cefzon running in, noticing that Kanka is creep skipping. Nice. Sentry ward actually getting put down here by the Treant and spotted out. That sentry ward that Flysolo planted down. So Treant lane finding itself to be rather hard to deal with. And now Marc coming in, and meanwhile the top lane RR taking down Jester. But right here Marc gonna get beaten down once again, and that's going to be Marc down.
Where the path branched.
Flysolo running for his life. Gonna get a bit of creeps, but cefzon is not gonna let him go that easily. As for Rapy, probably use some mana on that kill in 5 minutes rune coming up. Going to be 2 runes for each team. Meanwhile, Sven gonna get that face boots.
Not yours.
Timbersaw, meanwhile, 3 points into the
happenings
reactive armor. Meanwhile, cefzon is going to miss a stun. Marc trying to run for his life. Gonna get whirling death and then deliver him towards the death. And here we have Jester, 3 charges on that. And Tomato coming in with that haste, so it's going to be Rapy falling down. Wanted to go more, no mana on RR. So, but he's going to miss the chakram. Nope, not even going to hit the return one. So cefzon couldn't really reach by himself as well, so that's going to be the end of it. Now R coming, wanna make a tap on Skadilicious maybe? Nope, not just yet. Gonna apply the leech seed. Maybe hit him for a time. Now gonna accompany him and hit him once more. And here we have Bane on the arcane rune. Flysolo looking to come and help out Skadilicious. Now we see that healing ward, but that wouldn't be a problem, and he also get the healing ward in the end. So that leech seed right after there's no spin seemed to be doing a lot of work, as well as that root and orb of venom.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Flysolo going to drag the creep for a bit, and he doesn't have
Dire's
boots
middle tower
nor
is having a
TP.
bad day.
But no one's going to follow him, so that's going to make the lane more livable. Now Marc coming in level 6 against a level 8 Timbersaw, has to apply the ghost shift for that buff, but there's 3 people going on him. Gonna be able to apply the torrent towards Lina.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dodging the slow. But there's going to be Timbersaw coming right in. Meanwhile, trying to TP, but Sven gonna find him and cefzon as well. Landing double stun, even Ghost Strength is getting used to secure the kill.
He's wrong.
So 1 to 8. 7 minutes 50.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And meanwhile, Juggernaut gonna get applied a lot of pressure. Treant Protector.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gonna apply for that
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about
Feel
to
of
fall.
discord since this
He's
game
wrong.
is quite prone to magic,
Bid
to be
farewell
fair
to
for the
Dire's top
opponents. There's only one bracer, and now actually missed the one on the bottom lane. Flysolo falling down with 4 people coming to the jungle. So Jester looking to be quite an active Sven here this game. Gonna go for Maida still though. Being in the middle of that net worth. But still doing quite decent, even better than that of the Juggernaut. And there's going to be Tomato finally fall. And there's going to be a catch on the Lina though. Right after they pick Tomato off, and cefzon using all he can, even the stick, and Flysolo is gonna sap him right out of the body. There we have 3 and with 4 sentries looking to apply such a heavy pressure in the jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's the same ward here, so assuming that Neon is going to have an idea on that the ward is there, since they have like, well, nearly a triangle for the ward down the bottom lane. Either way, RR placing another ward here, spotting out Flysolo, coming in, knowing that he already planted down the ward.
Did Radiant's bottom tower just fall?
Gonna apply that leech seed, and there's a dream coil coming in. Gonna go for the root, applying a more silence. Couldn't really go for the brain sap in time, and yeah, that's gonna be quite laggy. Not sure why. And there's gonna be bounty rune coming up. Neon is going to pick up 2 on the top lane. Meanwhile, it's going to be bottom 2 going towards Photon Gaming.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Either way, Tomato coming up with an arcane boot, gonna finish that bloodstone by applying so much pressure into the middle tower. Now Flysolo level 6 catching that Lina, gonna go for the Fiend's Grip. And finally the spin is going to settle him down. There's a lot of CC going through that Tomato. Even the mighty Timbersaw couldn't really resist to that. 5-man in the middle lane. Here's where Neon is actually getting their the momentum back. Maxed out Retaliate. Gonna try and get the tower as fast as he can.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
So applying a bit of Treant help towards the tower, and they're gonna see the TP coming in, lustrous, but he has no TP though. We have at the bottom lane, Treant Protector clearing out the jungle really well. And now going to get spotted though. Putting down that ward is going to get spotted right about now. Nope. Gonna be out of that range. Now here's Skadilicious with 2 Wraith Bands. Couldn't really go for the drum by himself. Meanwhile, Kanka really want to buy up that Spirit Vessel as fast as possible to counter that Timbersaw. Gonna clear out that jungle, grip himself up to prevent the catch that might yet to come. Meanwhile, RR applying so much pressure onto the bottom tower, forcing Flysolo to come here and there, countering the wards in the jungle as well. So it's supposedly 4v4, except for the TPs. Either way, both supports level 7. Flysolo hitting level 8 soon. Meanwhile, R applying all the heals onto the middle lane. Gonna save this tower as much as he can. Meanwhile, Jester gonna farm up really well close to that Echo Saber. So the game seemed to be lagging
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
this the Chinese league, I suppose, and there's a bit of lag between the server.
Radiant's middle tower is
Coming
under attack.
in Neon towards the dire jungle. They might actually spot Jester here. Immediate grip into the soul catcher and then beat him down. 4 people rushing in, leaving Skadilicious, the Juggernaut, farming the mid lane.
Do
He
Radiant
can
want
really
their
go
middle
there by
tower to
himself. Gonna try onto the
Dire's
jungle
top tower
and
is under
rotate to the bottom lane that the creep is in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Nearly
attack.
full for the first tower.
Dire's top tower has some Radiant-shaped problems.
RR meanwhile gonna wait for the wave to go by and then heal up the mid tower again. Quite decent heal.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And then we have Jester again. Rapy gonna get stunned. Gauss Ring going in, so that's not the best bait ever, but it is the best bait ever for that Laguna Blade. So going to go for that Stampede, but gonna get rooted as well as Flysolo. RR really did a good job in terms of dodging that Laguna Blade, but that's not enough. With the Twin Protector coming in, and there's Jester gonna beat down. Triple kill for the Sven. So the momentum is starting to go back towards Photon Gaming with a net worth, as you can see, all 3 cores being the top 3 and all of the other 4
Do Radiant
lining
want
up
their middle tower to fall?
on the side of Neon. Midas looking to be finished. cefzon waiting for that recipe only on the Aether Lens. We have Timber Saw. Gonna push the top wave, probably close to the Blossom, and he already has it actually. Gonna go for the Yules next to avoid all the spells and even purge himself by that.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Gonna get run in. There's even Demonic Purge, couldn't really do anything about it. Gonna apply for Bloodstone. The boat the boat comes in, but that's not going to be enough to kill the Timber Saw. Doesn't really get much heal from that Spirit Vessel, but either way, his team is going to come in. Sven getting gripped, but there's Rimpull to save the day, and cefzon's looking to fall as well. Now Flysolo, the last one living, gonna be 3 for 1 trade.
Finally, I haven't slept in
Omni Slash coming out, able to bring down only cefzon.
Dire don't look too scared of
And that
Radiant's
forces
top
Skadilicious
tower.
to spin and TP right away
Radiant structures
during
are
mid
fortified.
fight. Even Stampede is
Radiant's
committed,
middle tower
so
is under attack.
seems to be the case that the team fight on Photon Gaming is much better.
It's not every day you get to see Radiant's middle tower fall.
Soulcatcher really doing a lot of damage, 40% of the current health. So he's down to 60 right off the bat. Gonna go for that 30 XP gain. Probably would go for the Shadow Poison into the cold damage and the cooldown normally. Even with the Aether Lens, and maybe rushing the Aghanim Scepter for this buff. And it also would break once you have the Aghanim Scepter. Was it? Not so sure. But it should break during the Aghanim Scepter. So that way Timber Saw is going to not be as scary.
Jax
With
thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about
no
to fall.
bonus reactive armor if he didn't collect it beforehand. And there we have Lotus Orb already done for the Timber Saw. So he's going to have to dispel. Oh wait, nope. Going to sell the Lotus Orb, disassemble, and going to get that Lotus Orb back, I assume. Not sure what he's doing. Yep, gonna buy it back once again. Looking to farm here as well. Meanwhile, Skadilicious with that Yasha done halfway through the Manta style, much needed against the Treant Protector, as well as the chance to dodge all the stuns. Also, the silence coming out from Puck, which would be really annoying. It's going to be RR, putting every single thing into that Timber Saw. Not going to be able to react in time. Stampede for more, and they're going to fly cefzon right here. Gonna go for the sleep. Gonna be a bit of attack and spin to win in the end. Going to be Skadilicious picking up the kill.
My blade.
So proven to be that not even the Timber Saw can escape when there's a lot of people going on him. 2 minutes and now 100 seconds cooldown on the Fiend's Grip. Kanka looking to build up the Heaven's Halberd before the spin actually gets the BKB, but he's more than halfway
Is Dire
done.
going to let that middle tower fall?
The Lustrous picking up that bounty rune, but going to get stunned after coming out the phase shift. But either way, going to get healed and then run back to safety.
Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall?
Oops, Lustrous is coming in, but Rapy going to be able to blink, but into the jungle, not so far away. So Jester coming with the blink dagger before the BKB actually, and then going to take the kill after using the God Strength and looking to push
And over here,
tier 1 as
Radiant's
well.
top tower.
Neon couldn't really fight without Rapy himself. Centaur, the Stampede is much needed, and it's going to be Omni Slash into the Lotus Orb. So Skadilicious forcing to spin and TP. Nope, couldn't really TP. Gonna Manta away. No TP actually.
Is this
And
my
that's going
fate?
to be the Juggernaut falling as well.
Radiant's getting friendly with Dire's bottom tower.
So now we have the upper hand on the Timber Saw
Look
with
at Dire's
the
bottom tower, Jax.
heal amplification coming with the
Dire
Holy
don't look
Locket.
too scared of Radiant's top tower.
Now if he
Dire's
doesn't
structures
get
have got-
locked down 24/7, he can apply the Lotus Orb and then go
Dire's
back to
bottom tower
safety,
is under
heal up
attack.
with all the
And
charges
over
from reactive
here,
armor.
Radiant's top tower. About to fall.
It's going to be 77% in terms of physical resistance.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under
there we
attack.
have Kanka falling
with the
again.
ship.
One stun and you're down. There's going to be a lot of things
Radiant's
coming
top
at
tower
you
has fallen.
once you receive the stun.
Invisibility.
Alright, Invis rune coming up, going to get seen. You know, Demonic Purge applied on the Treant Protector, going to go for Disruption.
Stay near.
And still a Soul Catcher, but Lustrous is going to come in for that Dream Call. Tomato gonna come in, getting stomped, but either way with the Laguna Blade as well as the combo, that's going to be Flysolo down.
Dominate.
Not a chance I should go for the grip, and coming in, taking Rapy down as well. Centaur not having the greatest game here.
Radiant's bottom
Now
tower
we
is under
have
attack.
Juggernaut, Mansa style already. This is not going to be enough.
Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
And so Tomato is going to continue beating out of this tower.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
And
Radiant's
now we
bottom
have bottom
has
tower,
fallen.
Jester pushing it alone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, now we have Timber Saw with Lotus Orb, so Soul Catcher.
Do
If you
Radiant
don't really
want their middle tower to
have
fall?
any stuns at all that can go for long, then that might not be the best idea to kill Timber Saw. 4 stacks
Radiant's
going in.
middle tower
Rapy
has fallen.
gonna take that 5th stack as well as the Demonic Purge, so Not gonna be able to go out just yet. Nope. Actually gonna be able to get out. RR now planting now the overgrowth. But Sven is actually getting caught by the Fiend's Grip. Paw coming in. Not sure how the Fiend's Grip went. It's gonna end the duration now. Sven getting dragged back in. Lustrous is coming into silence. But it's going to be Manta used right away to avoid those silence buff. Spell amplification. That's going to be quite hot. Damage coming from Puck. It's going to be 340, 350 each spell.
Silence.
350 coming out from his own spell amplification, and then there's Veil of Discord. So looking to be around 1000 damage if he can actually land both two spells on Illusory Orb and the Waning Rift. After Veil getting used on them, of course, and there's also the Dream Coil, which is gonna hit quite hard. 374 as well. For level 1, he's gonna hit the level 2 Dream Coil pretty soon now. Going to be 500 damage if you snap the coil.
Dire with the scan.
Now Jester working towards that BKB, MKB is it? Or is that Daedalus? Supposedly a Daedalus, yep. So Daedalus getting worked on. Doesn't have a Fiend's Grip, but also Catcher and everything else gonna get applied onto him. cefzon coming in, gonna try and burst down RR. Not gonna be able to with the disruption, stopping him, and then Flysolo falling down, sleeping Lina, but there we have it. Going to be RR getting spotted with the root. Meanwhile, Rapy has to fling away into the jungle line and TP back to safety. As for now, Marc, most things done. Gonna be 200 gold short of that Heaven's Halberd. Going to be Roshan down. No one picking up the Aegis for some reason. Going to be Tomato actually, since they already find it hard to kill him. If they put everything on Tomato, then he's surely going to die. Or maybe 50-50, more like 80-20. But still, if he has the Aegis, then it's going to secure the team fight by a lot, since they don't have the second set of spells. If you don't have Fiend's Grip, how are you going to kill Sven through BKB, right? And there's not going to be buyback now, will it? Now there's going to be buyback onto 3 heroes on the Radiant side, being Juggernaut, Kunkka, and there's Disruptor as well, but that wouldn't be enough. There we have it. Also 3 cores on the side of Photon Gaming, still having the highest net worth. Sven Sani so strong. 400 gold before he can actually go onto that Daedalus, and he'll ram everyone down eventually. With the lifesteal talent, Centaur, he could actually get a Blade Mill now, but that wouldn't mean any difference. And here Timbersaw planning to go for that Guardian Grief a little more instantly dispelling. Shadow Demon looking to go for the Blink Dagger first. Gonna really afford for that for himself. Going to be a stun. 8 seconds though. So Disruption getting used here, so he's gonna be there. But gonna get technically saved. Laguna Blade used, but it was a Kunkka, so you couldn't really burst out a Kunkka even with Laguna Blade that easily. So I'm gonna go back and regen, planning to go for a Blink as well with the best initiation possible. And then we have Tomato, gonna get beaten down by the tower, gonna get slept. So no one can actually help him out with the sleep, otherwise they have to sleep in the range of the tower. But so Lustrous is gonna go back and take the Lotus Orb as well, so that they can maybe make more Dragon Ball Z. And Jester here coming in, not gonna have any chance to use the BKB, stomping down, using around, how many was it? Actually 3 ultimates to bring down Jester, but 70 seconds. Let's see if they can do anything about it. So Roshan looking to spawn in 5 minutes. So only 3 minutes after the Aegis is claimed. Well, we have Tomato coming right up. Lustrous coiling up 2 people. And there's going to be RR snipping out that Dream Coil, and it's going to take damage to the death. cefzon here is going to fall down towards Mars, but meanwhile the other support Flysolo going to get chopped down by Lustrous. Tomato though with that Aegis. Gonna try and go in for more. Seems like you guys don't have BKB, but I have it, so I want to go for more. Not gonna be able to, but he will follow a bit further. Gonna miss the torrent. So Marc finding himself in a really tight position. Fancy beating you here, so I heard not just yet it's going to be fake cast animation. Tomato coming here now, getting chopped down by a lot, but 58 reactive armor plus the 6.7, so it's going to be, oh wow, 69 health regen, extra health regen is going to be 100 now, but there's no spirit vessel on him, so gonna find it hard to kill him actually. Gonna land down that chakram, and meanwhile in the middle lane going to be Ghost Rings pop, and now brought down the mighty Juggernaut. Skadilicious down for a minute. Rapy gonna come in, try and go for that stun BKB on the Ghost Rings. Going to be Rapy save, popping out the Stampede. Either way, it's going to be a nice setup on Marc. Hawk actually getting gripped though. Now he's out of it, so gonna put down those Dream Coil. Couldn't really go away. Kanka finally gets away. Meanwhile, Root coming out. So actually Disruption saving the day once again. But either way, Marc's going to fall down. 50 seconds has buyback. But there's still 30 before Juggernaut comes in. Omni Slash intact, but 25 seconds. Can they really hold it? So Tomato running in. Gonna get slowed by the Bane, but doesn't really care. Pumping up all those stacks. 25, 30, 24, 26.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
58 extra armor. Putting himself on 84% physical resistance. He can legit take all those Omni Slash by himself. Doesn't even need to pop the Bloodstone. And he's going to live. So Skadilicious doesn't have Mjolnir on himself, so the damage output is going to be quite limited. I come in Lotus Orb, so not looking to do the Dragon Ball Z. Gonna get stunned once again, 70 seconds, no buyback. Again, didn't get a chance to spin at all after getting silenced. Not even meant to use. Tomato now getting dropped down with a Soul Catcher coming in, getting X back. But now gonna remove the Soul Catcher, so no one can actually harm him. Gonna get X once again every single time. Skadilicious calling GG. Gonna be game 1 towards Photon Gaming.